What's up everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today is Bookmas day 7 and I'm going to take this great evening to chat with you guys about my online book club on Facebook, because I know that a lot of you usually have questions about it. A lot of you might not even know what it really is about when I'm talking about it in all my other videos. I figured why not have a whole video dedicated to just my book club. Today's tea that I'm drinking is the Forever Frosty from David's Tea, which is a company I'm obsessed with now. And so this one is actually like, it's pinkish and it's actually kind of like a little spicy. So if you like the spicy teas, then you would probably like this one a lot. It is good for me. It's not my favorite. I think my favorite so far is the Sleigh Ride, because it tasted like cranberries and like pecans or something like that. I don't know. It was just so super good. So I think so far my favorites are like the pistachio ice cream and the Sleigh Ride. And I think I'm going to buy like bigger like bags of those ones because I really enjoy drinking those. So we're gonna talk about my online book club called We Be Bookin', which is actually why my channel is called We Be Bookin', because that's my whole like book brand, if you want to say. I have an online book club that I started from complete scratch on Facebook, and I started it a couple years ago because I was really looking for just people to talk books with. Like, it was before I knew that BookTube existed, and it was right when I was getting into reading books again, and I would try and talk with my husband with like a book, like especially when I finished it and it was like a great one, and I would try and just like tell him how great the book was, and he's not a reader at all, so he would literally just be like, yeah, that sounds great, yeah. And so finally I was just like frustrated because I just felt like I didn't have anyone to actually like experience the book with. So I started looking into online book clubs. You know, I looked at some that were already on Facebook. You know, you have like the really big ones, and then even locally I was trying to find book clubs, but I just didn't find what I was looking for. A lot of the local book clubs that are at like my library are just a lot of like older people, not that saying that like that's bad or anything, but I just felt like I didn't connect with anybody there. And then when I looked for online book clubs, like all of the ones that were already on Facebook were just these like big groups of like thousands of people, and most people just would like show their pictures of books and book hauls and stuff like that. Like, there wasn't an organized reading of any sort. So I decided to start my own on Facebook and invite the 4 friends that I knew that actually read on Facebook. And it started out, you know, obviously not really having much fun or doing much of anything, but I would do a poll every single month and we would pick a book to read with like from that poll, and then we would read it and we would discuss it. And like, of course, when you only have a couple people, not a lot of things are happening. Like, maybe one person's answering the questions, or they answer one question but not all 10, or whatever it is. I pushed and kept doing the book club, and I'm so glad that I did, because it has paid off like a million times more than I ever thought it could ever pay off. So as of now, we have like 250 members in the book club, and we keep that number very small because we want to build friendships in this book club. I don't want to be one of those Facebook clubs that has 10,000 people but you're not really doing anything. So it's actually a little challenging to become a part of the book club and to stay in the book club, just because we only invite members and let them stay if they actually care about the book club. So in saying this, like, I want to preface this, like, have a huge disclaimer right here before we even get into like the really cool details of the book club. But if you don't have time to participate in something once every 2 months, then please do not try and become a member of my book club, because we only allow people that are actually going to participate. So that's a huge part of what makes the club different from a lot of other clubs that are on Facebook or even local clubs, is because we want you guys to participate. It's pretty much a requirement to stay in the book club, is to participate once every 2 months. Now, I will talk later about how you can participate and all of the things that we have to participate. So it's not like there's only 2 things to do every single month and you have to do something you don't like. That's not how it is. But before we even, you know, before you even click the link down below, to go to the book club, you have to be a participating member. So to get in the book club, there are a couple different questions that you have to answer, and there's a form you have to fill out. And the reason that we have you do this is, number one, we want to make sure that you can read directions. A lot of our events and signups and stuff have you reading directions and be able to follow directions. And if you don't follow those correctly, you could get kicked out because maybe you didn't ship your package in time, or maybe you signed up for something and then you didn't know you signed up for it because you didn't read all the directions, and then someone else is suffering for that. We are not trying to be mean people at all. Like, we just have to have a lot of rules in this club in order for it to run so smoothly. And so before you even get into the book club, we make sure that you know how to read things, understand rules, understand how to follow them. And then if you answer all of those questions, you fill out the form, you do all of that stuff correctly, then every Monday we let new members into the club. So once you get entered into the club, there are a few rules and things that you have to agree to. So we have you agree to the participation rules, how the book club works, all of that kind of stuff. And you know, we tag you in those things, and that way you can figure out what you have to like read and agree to. You have to do that within a certain time frame in order to stay in the group. You have a week to like read the rules and agree to it, and then we'll tag you in like a big welcome post and just kind of tell you how the group works, because we have a monthly calendar of events because there are so many different things going on. We have a bunch of little sister groups. So if you like journaling, we have a sister group for that. If you like watching movies, we have a sister group for that. There's so many different things. Once you're in the group, let's talk about all the fun things that you can do in my book club. So first off, we have 2 monthly discussions every single month, and these change. I have a whole yearly calendar of genres of what we go over. So for instance, one month is going to have a thriller monthly discussion, and it's gonna have like a romance monthly discussion, or you know, something of the sort. I actually have like the yearly genre list, so I'll pop it up so you guys can see like what we're gonna be reading, or at least the genres we're gonna be reading throughout the year. We pick those books based off of a poll that goes up 2 months prior. So as I'm filming this, it's already December, and so we actually already know what we're reading in January and February, because I want to make sure that you guys can either get the book, you could swap for the book, you could get it from the library, you know, if you have to be on a hold for a couple months. And so we try and make it as accessible as we can for everybody. So you can participate in those monthly discussions. A lot of times we just have questions in an event happening, and so on a certain day we'll post the questions and you can like comment below the questions. We also sometimes do video calls for these monthly discussions, which are actually really, really fun, because number one, you get to like know us better, but number two, so much more conversation can flow in an actual video call. And so those are really, really fun, and I always try and participate in those just because you really just get so much more out of the book when you're talking with a bunch of different people, because everyone has different opinions, and we're like really chill in the group. We do not do arguments of opinions or anything like that. I've never had to deal with any of that. We're all really, really friendly, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so that's how the monthly discussions work, and those are some of the easiest things to do, because you just have to look and see what the book is for that month. You can read it. It counts as participation if you fill out the questions or if you participate in the actual like video call, and that's a form of participation. The other thing that we started doing for 2020 is we have a bunch of series reads and buddy reads going on. So you actually would join the sister group of We Be Bookin', and it's a special like Bookin' Buddies group. And in that group, a lot of times there's all these buddy reads like pretty much advertised. So for instance, like if someone wanted to read All the Ugly Wonderful Things in January, that post is gonna go out, you're gonna see it, and you can join it, and you join a little like messenger chat with whoever else is buddy reading. And a lot of times there's like a schedule. It could be a daily schedule, a weekly schedule. It's just kind of like whoever the host, like what they want to do. And so we started doing those buddy reads, and they are super, super fun. I participated in one for Regretting You. I'm in one for How to Walk Away at the moment. There was another one. Oh, I think I did Eleanor and Gray in one of those, and they're so fun because people are sharing gifts in the messenger chats. You're getting to know people a lot better. You get to hear everyone's thoughts. You get to discuss it all with them, and it's a little bit more personable than our monthly discussions. And so those are really, really great if there's a book that you just really want to like buddy read with a couple people. If there's a book that you want to buddy read with people, you can fill out a form and some of my admins will help you guys like come up with a schedule and post about it. Or if you just see another buddy read advertised, you're totally free to like just join it, and then you don't even have to do any of the work. You just have to read it and, you know, like talk in the messenger chat, and all of that stuff counts as participation. We also have fantasy and romance series reads. So some of my admins already have like a schedule for the year, and for fantasy, I know they're reading A Discovery of Witches, and so I think they're reading the first book over like a 2-month time span. So if you're a slower reader, or if you just want to like have that on the side, you can do that with the series reads. And then I think the deal is going to be the first series reads in 2020. And so again, like you can read the first book, I think in January, and then I think like the second and the third books, because they're shorter, I think, are going to be read in February. But there's going to be a whole schedule for that. But there's gonna be different series going on as well. So there's a lot of different things that you can choose from. If that doesn't sound like any of your taste, then we also have a monthly TBR challenge. And what that means is it's usually a whole month long, and it's usually something really fun. They can be individual TBR challenges, or sometimes we have team TBR challenges. So we all get into teams and we compete against each other, and the winners of the TBR challenges usually get giveaways from my giveaway pile. So we had changed the TBR challenge every single month. Sometimes we do Bookopoly, sometimes we do tic-tac-toe or bingo. Sometimes we have a read off your shelf or from the library, so that way you're not buying any books, because that's the current one we're doing right now. We have ones where you have to pick your TBR out of a jar. We have a scavenger hunt coming up. There are so many different TBR challenges, and we never are running out of ideas. Like, we just have so many up our sleeves, and they're so fun. And the best part about them is that you're actually knocking out your TBR. So, you know, the difference between like doing a readathon is you have to like hit challenge prompts, but most of the time for our TBR challenges, you're building your TBR around the TBR you already have. So you don't have to like add extra books to your TBR to like hit prompts. We are encouraging you to read off of your TBR list. And so it's a great challenge to do every single month if you really want to get books off of your list. We also do a bunch of different readathons in the group. Sometimes we do readathons that are also happening in the bookish community, whether it's on BookTube or somewhere else. And then sometimes we also make up our own. So those are really fun. Like, we have a barbarian readathon coming up where it's where you read really big books. We have a reread readathon coming up. We have a New Year's readathon coming up, which is super fun. So you're gonna be reading books based off of actual like New Year's Eve prompts. And so I'm really looking forward to some of the ones that we've come up with and created this year. We also do Bookish Exchanges. For instance, one that we're doing here in December is called the Pajama Box and All-Nighter, and it's gonna be so fun. So we literally sent each other, like, we got paired up. And so I got paired up with my partner, and we got to send each other like fuzzy socks or pajama pants or like a stuffed animal. You could like pick which one you wanted to send, and then you send them a bunch of different snacks. You send them a bookish item and I think like a craft. And so I actually have my box, and we all are opening it actually on the 21st, which is really soon. We're gonna open it up all together on a video call, and I think there's gonna be like 30 of us there or whatever. And then we are staying up almost the whole entire night and doing a bunch of different like activities together. So we're gonna like watch a movie together. We're gonna do some read-ins. So we're gonna read together. We're gonna do some crafts. We're gonna do some fun games, and all of this stuff is happening like in a video chat. So it's like, you know, Skyping with all of your book friends. It is so much fun. I am so excited because we're staying up from like 7 p.m. until like 3 a.m. and it just seems so much fun. And you get to open your box and eat all your snacks and put your pajama pants on, and I cannot wait. It's like the perfect thing for Christmas. It's gonna be so cozy and so amazing, and I cannot, like, I'm just so excited. I can't wait. It's literally in a couple days, and I'm gonna have so much fun. And so that's something that I'm really looking forward to. We also have like tinier exchanges where we do like blind date with a book, or we'll do like maybe a tea or coffee exchange, or we'll do like a fuzzy sock exchange. So those exchanges are really fun. You don't have to do exchanges. Like, all of this stuff, you can just sign up if you want to. They all count for participation though. And I really enjoy the exchanges actually, because I don't know, it's really fun getting gifts obviously and giving gifts. It's actually really fun right now during Christmas because we weren't actually doing like a big Christmas exchange, but it just happened to be where I posted my wish list and I told everyone that I was just gonna randomly pick 3 people to gift like from their wish list, and it ended up turning into this huge gift giving like thing. I don't even know, but everyone is like posting their wish lists underneath this comment, and everyone is gifting to other people, and it literally is so crazy. Like if you've watched my other vlogs like from BOOKMAS, you obviously saw the amount of books that I've been gifted, and it's so crazy how wonderful like this book club is. So some more things I want to talk about. I'm really sorry if this video is like long, but we also have a sprint reading corner, and so it's this separate event that's just ongoing and always happening. And if you want to like sprint read with people, and this does count for participation, you get to like, you can post a picture of your book and be like, oh, I'm reading this book, I'm on page like 98, I'm gonna read for an hour, and then other people can like post underneath it and be like, hey, I'll join you. Or if you see someone like that just posted a photo about sprinting, you can be the one to comment underneath it and be like, hey, I'm gonna sprint with you, and then you know, you catch back up in an hour and you say how many pages you've got. So that's really fun. I also do read-ins like on the video calls. So randomly I'll just start a video call and I'll post it in the sprint reading corner, and I say like, hey, come read with me, and then you get to hop on the video call and we read and we talk. A lot of times we talk, but we read and talk and have a lot of fun. It's really great to get to know members better when you're in the like actual video call. Hey, now let me talk about Book Voyages, which is our like library system for the book club. And I put so many of my books, like when I'm finished reading them, especially ARC copies, I put them in what is called as Book Voyages in this Weeby Book and Book Club. And what happens is you get to see like all of these books that are in there, you get to request them, and then they get sent to you. So I will, you know, ship them out media mail, and then you get to keep them for about a month to read them. It really depends on whether it's an ARC. If it's an ARC that hasn't come out yet, I think you get 2 weeks to read them before you get to send them off, and then you would pay media mail shipping to send to the next person. So you're really only paying like $2 to $3 in order to borrow the book from the library just because of shipping. But it's really, really great because I share a lot of my really popular titles in there. So for instance, Darling Rose Gold, like I won that ARC copy, and it's in the Book Voyages library right now. You know, people are reading it, the members are reading it, which is really, really great. And I just got Little Secrets from Jennifer Hillier. I put it on my bookshelf, but anyway, it's another ARC that comes out in April, and I will definitely be putting it in Book Voyages once I'm finished reading it. And so that is a great perk for members. You do have to have like participated in some other events before you get to use the library, just because we have to trust you and know that you know how to like mail off things, and you know, we know who you are. I don't want you to keep all my books, but at the same time, it's such a great perk. Also have a sister group called Weeby Plannin', and this is totally for planning and journaling. So a lot of us use bullet journals, and especially for books, a lot of people have the reading journals, and so we set up a whole group where we can like share our spreads, share ideas, and it's really, really fun. And then once a month we have a journaling call, so we all again get on a video chat, and if you want to join you can, you don't have to, but it does count as participation. And then we just talk and literally like journal at the same time. So a lot of times I set up my next monthly during this video call, and it's really cool because I get different ideas like while I'm doing it with other people. We also have a sister group called Weeby Watchin', which is where we watch movies and TV shows together. So this is really fun because you can just post in there if you want to watch something with somebody, or a lot of times we have scheduled months of like themes. So maybe like February would be romance movies, and we watch a bunch of romance movies together. Or for December there's Christmas movies, and you know, there's a month of like sci-fi movies. And so those are really, really fun, especially because we do drinking games during some of them. And so if you have like a Netflix account or Hulu or whatever we're using and you can join, then we just start the movie all at the same time, and we use a little like just group messenger chat, and then we like post gifs and memes and all this kind of stuff, and it is so much more fun watching a movie that way. You have to try it out sometime. I think I might have talked about everything that we offer in the club. I'm not sure. There's literally so much stuff. So I think I got the main points of what's happening, but really this book club is just like the most amazing thing ever. I am so blessed to have this book club, and especially all of my admins. I literally have like 13 admins that help me run this book club because it really is so in depth, and we really, really care about all of our events. We care about all of our members, and so we work so hard. We literally spend hours and hours coming up with ideas, coming up with how to make it the easiest for you guys to do. It's a lot of work, but it is so much fun. Like literally, I would never want to give this up. I love running this book club so much, and I am just so thankful for all of my admins that help me, because I would not be able to do this by myself. And so yeah, that's literally the book club. And the best part, everyone has said recently that the friendships that they've built in this club have been nothing like anything else. And so that's what I really enjoy. It's not that we do every single little fancy thing ever. It's not that we're just like better than other people. Literally, the people that are in this club are some of the like nicest, most amazing members I have ever encountered in my life. And so even if you just want to join for the friendship, like that is a great reason to join, is to like make one book club friend and do your one participation every 2 months, and yeah, it'll be golden. So I think that is all. I'm gonna stop just raving about my book club right now, because you guys are either sick and tired of hearing me talk, or you already decided to join from the link below, and so you probably didn't even watch the rest of this video because you were just like, a book club? Hell yeah. The link to the book club is down below. Don't forget you to make sure that you fill out all of the questions, fill out all of that stuff in order for us to accept you as a member. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing if a bunch of you are going to join. I know most of the people that watch this channel are already members in my book club, or that's how they became members. If you have any questions about my book club, definitely leave them down below, because I would love to answer them before you even try and join. I can answer any questions you have. If you're worried about participation, or especially if you are international, like you can still join. You might not be able to do every single like event that we do or exchange that we do, but we are open to internationals. That is all for this video. I am going to stop talking now, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye everyone.